So moralize, I can't find good people, there's not enough sales, not enough profit, the owner doesn't have enough time, I just don't have enough time, business depends too much on me, and inconsistent operational performance. I just can't make the business run in an effective way over time. First one is I can't find good people. There's great people out there, but the key to finding good people is to do it differently than you and I probably have done it all our careers. I know when I was in the corporate world and I was looking for people, I never looked for someone until I needed someone. So I started out behind the 8 ball. I needed somebody, either somebody was let go or somebody quit or somebody moved on to another job or got promoted, and here I had a vacancy and I needed to fix it. I had a void. So now I was rushing around trying to fill that void. The next thing we did is put Monster.com ads up, put stuff in the paper. You get 15, 20, 30 resumes. Probably 90% of them have no qualifications whatsoever to do that job. The other 10% you call and do a phone screen on. Then you bring a couple of those in. You set up some interviews with yourself and 2 other people. They come in, you sit down, and in my case anyway, I don't know about yours, but I had 4 or 5 questions. I asked those questions, and then if I liked the person, I knew in the first 5 or 10 minutes, and I spent the rest of the time trying to talk them into coming to work for us. And then they went to the next office, the next office. We got together and picked one of the 3, and that's the way we hired somebody. The chances of getting an A-level player doing that is about a 50-50 chance. You might as well flip a coin. The best way to hire people, there's a guy named Brad Smart who wrote a book called Top Grading. It's an excellent process. And the way it works is that you network and you market the position. They did a study of people who were really good at hiring A-level players, and 77% of them said that the #1 way they did that is through their personal and their business contacts. So they went out and networked. Think about how you get a job in the marketplace. 9 times out of 10, it's networking. And the way you hire great people is through networking. Go to the best, most respected people you know, both personally and from a business standpoint, and start marketing the fact that you're looking for people. Get them job descriptions, accountability forms. Say, this is the kind of people I'm looking for. Do you know anybody? You know what? The best people are probably working for somebody else. They're not out in the job market. They're already working. And what you want to do is find those people, interview those people, and build a virtual bench of people that when you need somebody, you have 5 or 6 people to pick from that you've already vetted and you know are A-level players. And they'll be working for somebody else and be ready to come to work for you. The rest of it is a job description with an accountability chart. So what are they going to be accountable for? Pre-screen self-interview. It's a form that goes out. It's kind of a job history. It takes about an hour to complete this. This goes out to all the people that send resumes in. This is a self-screening method in that only the serious people are going to fill this out. You also let them know that everything they put in there, that you want them to set up interviews with their last 3 or 4 bosses. Don't give me references. I want you to set up interviews for me with your last 3 or 4 bosses. So they know not to put anything on that form that their bosses are going to say about them if they get a call. The next thing is to bring them in after you screened them using the self-interview form. They come in for a tandem interview, you and another person. Interview them for about 1.5 to 2 hours, depending on the job level. And it's a preset of questions that are put together for the attributes of the people you're looking for that job. So it's a lot of questions, and it's very detailed, and it gets into every job they've had over the last 3 or 4 years. The last thing you got to do is make sure at every step that you're letting them know that you want them to set up an interview with their last 3 bosses. You don't even want to look at their references. The references are going to say good things about them. You let them know you want to talk to their bosses. And if they set the interview up, their bosses will probably talk to you. And they're not going to tell you any falsehoods. They're not going to lie. They're not going to exaggerate when you ask them these questions because they know you're going to be talking to their bosses.